A huge mindset change for me, that was a huge glow up for me, was to become unbothered. And being unbothered doesn't mean you're ignoring your emotions or your feelings. It just means that you're outgrowing what used to control you. And being unbothered is not being cold or distant or rude, but it's having self-control over your emotions and self-respect. So you're like no longer like going to give access to yourself, to your energy. Why you feel bothered all the time? Well, you care too much what people think. You're attached to outcomes, especially when it involves people. You're overgiving and you're not getting the same back, or you're looking for validation outside of yourself. I was bothered because I was too available emotionally and physically. Remember all the time, like this should always be on the back of your head. Where you give your energy to is what will grow. So if you're always giving your energy to people and things that are not good for you and bother you, basically, that's what you're going to feed. But if you give your energy to things that are like lifting you up and just make you feel really good, that's what you're going to feed, right? So you have to always remember, whatever you give your energy to, that's what's going to grow in all aspects of your life. So to be unbothered, how you apply this to your life is pause before reacting. Now this pausing before reacting. Now I'm telling you, when you're dealing with toxic people who are purposely going out of their way because they want to get a reaction from you, because they want you to be the bad guy, or what they would say, your true colors. When you do not react and give them that reaction, you will see who these people really are. Detach from outcomes. People will come, people will go, but like you're still there. So always remember that, like when you're attached to people and they leave your life, it's almost like you have like this gap and you're not really sure how to fill it. Like, how do I fill this space? And honestly, I'm a firm believer, whenever anybody leaves your life and leaves that space, that is like when it's like the most amazing opportunity to get to know yourself and to like basically glow up and grow in that period where they leave you, because you have now all this energy that you used to give to these people now for yourself. So I'm always like, whenever someone leaves, like I don't see it as like a goodbye. I see it as like, oh, hello me. Let's like find out more about myself and expand again. And then new people come in your life, new characters, and things start changing, right? So I always see goodbyes as like a blessing, because if it's meant for you, it will stay. And the thing too is, if it's meant for you, it might just be meant for you for that period, which is fine too, right? Like things need to end so that new things can start. And with people, that's how it is, right? You're going to have goodbyes and you're going to have hellos. And with every goodbye, you know that a hello will come, but you will have a gap in there, right? And that's why you need to detach from outcomes, because I think we have this idea that, well, it's not an idea. I think when you meet people and you have people in your life, friendships, relationships, all relationships, right? You have, obviously you enjoy these people. That's why they're in your life. And you hope that they would be in your life for a long time. But when you detach from the outcomes, you know that they're not yours to keep. They're their own people. Have their own experiences. And you don't know exactly when or how long this friendship will be. Like I had friendships that were actually like so good and everything, and then we just stopped talking and that was it. Right? Like there was no big kerfuffle or anything. It was just stop talking. And like, that's what happens, right? Like you just have to understand that nobody is going to be in your life forever, ever. Like the only person who will be with you forever is yourself. That's it. Right? And when you realize that, you know that when people leave your life and that little gap there is just another it's space to say, hey, now you need to look within again and expand again with yourself, because there's so much things you learn about yourself in that space when you don't have other people, their voices, and not saying distractions, but like them taking up time that you could spend with yourself, right? And that's how you stay unbothered, right? Because life is like waves, right? It's like the ocean. The wave comes in and then it goes out. So you're gonna have really, all these people are gonna be in your life that you love and care about, and then maybe they're gone. And then you get another round and maybe they're gone. And if you're super lucky, you'll have people in your life for a very long time. But again, like nobody's going to be with you forever but you. And another thing is like you need to pull your energy back to be unbothered. Like to apply being unbothered, your energy needs to be pulled back. Like stop over texting, stop over explaining, don't overgive, like pull your energy back. And when you have friendships that you want to maintain that are really good for you, that lift you up, you give some of your energy. They give some of it too. So you're both giving each other your energy. But then you're also giving yourself energy. There should never be a relationship in your life where you're giving all of yourself and not getting anything back. Because when you do that, that's overgiving. And what's going to happen is you're going to be like deprived of so many things, and you'll become bitter, and it won't be good. You'll be very bothered. So you need to pull your energy back. That's how you become unbothered. Pull your energy back. And honestly, this is another good thing when people leave your life too. Don't overanalyze why they left, right? Like they stopped talking to you. Well, that's between them. Like, and maybe if they told me why they stopped talking to me, then that would be a growth opportunity, because maybe it's something I needed to fix. But if there was never that conversation and you just drifted away, like don't overanalyze it. Move on. It's done, right? Move on, pull your energy back, and that's that. And like when you have that mindset, you don't get upset about those things. Right? And then to learn to validate yourself. Like don't do things for others and to get other people's opinions and compliments, and like you don't need reassurance, right? And that's the thing too, is like I was so big about validation and stuff, and every time you're seeking like validation, you're giving energy again, but you're relying on what their validation is to make yourself feel good, which now being where I am and knowing what I know, to me now seems really silly. Like, so my worth is dependent on what you think of me. This person who, like, what's the big deal? Like, what makes this person such a big deal that they have such an importance to me to tell me how I should, my self-worth, or if I'm beautiful, or this, right? So when you start validating yourself and have that self-respect, things don't bother you, right? Like, someone could tell you you're ugly, and like, it's like, like everybody has their own opinions of what beauty is. Like to some, I may be ugly, and to others, I may be gorgeous, right? Like, it's just, everyone has different opinions of what they like, their preferences, and that's okay. But when you're unbothered, you don't need other people to reassure you that you're this and that and this. And I used to be that way, and now I'm not. Like I know who I am. And when you know who you are, you don't actually seek validation, because it's like, I know who I am. I don't actually have to go out there and ask people to tell me who I am. I know. But that's because I spent time with myself. I got to know myself. So I know who I am. A lot of people, and who I used to be, old version of me, was always seeking validation and didn't know who she was, right? So I was a very bothered person. I was very bothered. And I would seek validation because I needed to be told who I was. But then when I started developing a healthy relationship with myself, and like giving myself self-love, and, talking to myself in the mirror and telling myself like, you are gorgeous, you are beautiful, you have beautiful skin, and, like lifting myself up. And, I have bad days where I don't feel so good. And the minute I talk to myself in the mirror and say nice things to myself, all of a sudden my skin looks nicer, my hair is nicer. Like, it's just, that's what happens. Because when you, like, the world is like, it's a mirror, right? Like, you literally, like, you can't see who you actually are unless you look in a mirror. And what do you see in the mirror? A reflection of you, right? So if you're in your brain telling yourself that you're ugly or you're this or you're that, you're going to see that in the mirror, right? Like that is what you're going to be. But if you tell yourself you're beautiful and all that, that's what you're going to see. You control what you see, because the image that you're seeing is something you're creating, right? So that's another way to be unbothered, is by validating yourself and not looking for it outwards. Because I'm telling you, you will always be looking then. But if you find it within you, you don't have to look for it. And nobody needs to look for anything. You have everything within you. And another thing to be unbothered, and now this is the hugest one, and this is my favorite one. Focus on your own life. Okay? So we all have our little weird worlds, and we're all living in it, and we're all making it our own little weird places, right? And that's amazing. So focus on your little weird world. Focus on your own life. Like, don't be comparing yourself to others, and just make your life so full, right? And when you do that, then small things don't bother you as they would if you were like so focused on them, right? And that's goes hand in hand with like putting your energy away, because you know what, when you're not focused on your own world, then that's when you're like overgiving, texting and all, because you're so concerned about everybody else. Let people do what they want and live their lives how they want to, and just observe them, and you just don't react. And that's the best way to be unbothered. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, right? At all. The right things won't require you to lose yourself. So just focus on you, focus on your own little world. Don't react. Like, pause before reacting. Silence is power. Detach from outcomes. Validate yourself, seek within, because you have everything. And when you do all these things, your life becomes so calm and so peaceful. That's what being unbothered looks like.